I want to do a very specific talk with you guys about another Genshin topic. So this one is going to be mainly about what type of player you are. There's different types of players in every type of games, and it's just mainly about like who you are as a person and what you want to like bring to the table when you have your sense of fun. What is fun to you? So I want to take a look at these types of players, and it's basically from a card game article from like 2013, but I think it's still relevant. It could be done for any type of games that you play, whether it be like shooters or like an RPG, MMOs or whatever. It's always specific types of players for every game. So I want to see what type of players you guys are for Genshin. So let's go and look at this. Imagine a kid goes into the game store. Let's just call him Timmy. Now Timmy doesn't have a lot of money, so he buys one pack of Tempest Codename. He rips it open and starts tearing through the cards to find the rare. And then he sees it. It's the big green creature. 7 power, 7 toughness. It's huge. Huge. His eyes keeps moving. He glances up at the cost, casting cost. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Move on. Timmy looks at the rules text. There's a bunch of words. Timmy reads. Every turn, Timmy gets another creature. Another entire creature is small, but in 10 turns, he'll have 20 creatures. A 7/7 creature with 21 to 1s. How does this opponent stop that? It can't be stopped. Timmy finally exhales. He has found the Holy Grail. So basically, Timmy is the player that we can all come to love. Timmy Timmy is the Unga Bunga. He is me see big damage, me like, I don't, screw the rules, screw all this other stuff, right? I just want to do big damage. I want to basically play the thing that looks cool to me, just smash with all the power and just do what it do. If I lose, that's fine. But when I win, it's the coolest shit in the world. That's what a Timmy like to do. They like to win using the big power. They may lose a lot, but when they get that cool flashy win, that one win, putting it back to Genshin, when you're playing characters that you like in this sense, you're just playing who you like, right? So say if people call D-Luke born, right? But what if D-Luke is your favorite character? You like doing big D-Luke damage. You like swinging Unga Bunga, mashing the E button, just, spamming all your records and stuff like that, doing big bird damage and stuff like that. That's what you like to do. You don't care about anything else. You don't care about like, how everything works with his skills and like trying to optimize him. You just want to press the buttons, see cool shit happen, and make shit burn. That's all you want to do. That is a Timmy. So if that's the type of player you are, then maybe you are a Timmy. Now, once again, there are combinations of two and stuff like that, but let's keep reading about this. Timmy is what we call in R&D calls the power gamer. Timmy likes to win big. He doesn't want to eke out a last minute victory. Timmy wants to smash his opponent. He likes his cards to be impressive, and he enjoys playing big creatures and big spells. One of the misconceptions is that Timmy has to be young. While it's true that the younger players are more apt to fall into this category, players of any age can be a Timmy. Let's read a little bit more. It says Timmy cares more about the quality of his win than the quantity of his wins. For example, Timmy sits down and plays 10 games. He only wins 3 games out of the 10, but the 3 he wins, he dominates his opponent. Timmy had fun. Timmy walks away happy. So once again, Timmy is just a player that you don't care how long it takes. If you're doing the thing with the cool big ass character that you like, then eventually that's all it takes to make you happy as a Timmy player. Let's go down and read a little bit about what a Johnny is. So maybe you're not a Timmy. Maybe you like a little bit more strategic play and stuff like that. Let's talk about Johnny. It says Johnny is the creative gamer to whom magic is a form of self-expression. Johnny likes to win, but he wants to win with style. It's very important to Johnny that he wins on his own terms. As such, it's important to Johnny that he's using his own deck. Playing Magic is an opportunity for Johnny to show off his creativity. Johnny likes a challenge. Johnny enjoys winning with cards that no one else wants to use. He likes making decks that win in innovative ways. What sets Johnny apart from the other profiles is that Johnny enjoys deck building as much as he enjoys playing. Johnny loves the cool interactions of the cards. He loves combo decks. Johnny is the happiest when he's exploring uncharted territory. Like Timmy, Johnny cares more about the quality of his wins more than the quantity. For example, let's say Johnny builds a new deck that has a neat but difficult way to win. He plays 10 games and manages to get his deck to do his thing once. Johnny walks away happy. So once again, Johnny may be the type of player you are. So maybe you are a type of player. We all know a player that basically comes around when it comes to like games that we play, and it's like, this character's so underrated, or y'all sleeping on this character, sleeping on Kaya. Maybe I'm a Johnny, right? You're sleeping on Kaya. Everybody should play Kaya. Kaya is the sickest character. I want to play Kaya. I want to show, You know, Amber's the sickest character. Everybody's sleeping on Amber. Amber's actually really fucking good. I'm gonna show you how good she is. You know, you build your roster with the characters you like, and you want to win on your terms. So Johnny likes to win in innovative ways on his terms. It may be harder than using the best thing out there, but when they do get that win, that's when they walk away happy. So maybe, you know, maybe you're not just a Timmy where you just want to do big unga bunga damage and you don't want to think about the game. A Johnny at least like to think about the game analytically and like to think about how they build a deck. They just want to do it in their terms, and they don't really want to follow a meta. They want to play what they think, and sometimes what they think is typically something that people may think is not the best, or what they think is slept on and stuff like that. So maybe you are a Johnny player. Now let's read about a Spike player. Some of you guys I know are definitely Spike players. Spike is the competitive player. Spike plays to win. Spike enjoys winning. To accomplish this, Spike will play whatever the best deck is. Spike will copy decks off the internet. Spike will borrow other players' decks. To Spike, the thrill of Magic is the adrenaline rush of competition. Spike enjoys the stimulation of outplaying the opponent and the glory of victory. Spike cares more about the quantity of wins than the quality. For example, Spike plays 10 games and wins 9 of them. If Spike feels he should have won the 10th, he walks away unhappy. So, Spike is the player that wants to be competitive. Spike is the player that whatever the tier list says who's the best, he's come to this game, all right, what's the tier list? This is the best character? This is the best combination? All right, I'm playing that. You just play the best thing, and as long as that thing is winning and is doing the best thing, you're happy with that. You want to win all the time. You don't care about, you know, the quality of the wins. You just want to win whatever it takes, right? You want to win 100% of the time, whatever it takes. Some people just want to do that. Whatever the best thing is, they don't care about, you know, their terms. Like, their sense of having fun with games is simply just completing the content and demolishing it with the best thing there is in the game. That is some people's enjoyment. That is with fighting games. That's with any type of like MOBA game, especially card games, and even Genshin Impact. Some people just want to know what the best thing is. They want to be the most optimal player. They want to understand the game on a high analytical level of why this thing is very strong and why it works, and they want to be able to destroy the content with the best thing inside the game, and that's what makes them happy. So this is what some people are. Now, there are some hybrids like we were talking about before. Let's talk about some of the hybrids that are out there. So you may be a Timmy Johnny or a Johnny Timmy. Instead, the Timmy Johnny player likes the cool big effects, but also enjoys the creative side of the game. A perfect example of a Timmy Johnny card is a Haunting Echoes. This card has huge effects that attracts Timmy, but also offers cool dex potential for Johnny. The Timmy Johnny wants to smash his opponent, but with style. So, like, again, you may be a player that likes to be creative with the game, but at the same time likes cool things. That may be a lot of us. I think a lot of us are probably Timmy Johnnies, you know? We want to play the thing that we think is cool, but we want to play it in nice, interactive ways and understand it. The typical just Timmy player just wants to do unga bunga without really understanding the game, and as long as he's doing some cool shit, even though he don't know what's happening, he's fun. But Timmy Johnny or Johnny Timmy wants to understand the game a little bit and still have fun doing the cool shit while building something. Then there is the Timmy Spike or the Spike Timmy. Timmy Spike player wants to win, but also likes to indulge his fun side. When picking a deck, Timmy Spike will also pick the good deck with the biggest creatures or effects. A good example of Timmy Spike is a certain card. We're just talking about more the cards. So Timmy Spike player is someone that pretty much likes to win on with the best thing that's fun to them. So say if there were like 3 decks, right? And there was one deck that was like the best, but it wasn't as fun as like the 3rd deck of the tier. So you would play the 3rd deck that's a little bit worse because it's more fun. It does it does things that you enjoy a lot more to basically do it. Think about Genshin once again, bringing it back to Genshin. You know, there may be a character that is better than what you're doing, but you rather play the next best thing because it's more fun and you have more fun building around that character. So maybe if that's how you are, you want to understand the game, you want to win, you are a player that's like competitive with it, but you want to play the thing that's fun to you, then maybe you're a Timmy Spike. Or you could be a Johnny Spike. It says the Johnny Spike player wants to win, but only on his own terms. Most of the rogue tournaments deck builders are Johnny Spikes. They go to great lengths to be able to win with the original decks, even when they have to use a pre-made deck. So if you want to win on your own terms, that's Johnny Spike. So basically, you know, Johnny is already the character or the person that wants to play the slap stuff. So you want to basically play the things that you think people are sleeping on, but you're also super competitive with the things you think people are slept on. So Johnny, once again, before was just like, as long as he can show and prove that the thing that was slept on and it works and he was able to do it, then like he's fine with that. But a Johnny Spike player wants to go further and beyond. They want to prove that this is like, you know, really slept on. They want to be competitive with that thing. You know, this is like a White Comet player in Honkai trying to be super competitive in PvP in that game. Like, nah, bro, you gotta sleep on this character. I'm about to show you how badass and strong this character can actually be. This is an Amber player taking it to the top. It's like, all right, bro, I'm about to show you how this character can really get down, get the highest scores in all the events with Amber. I'll do all you Jimmys, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Or in this case, I guess the Timmys. And then, of course, you could be a combination of all three. It says the Timmy, Johnny, Spike players want it all. They want the big cards, have innovative decks, and yet still win as much as possible. This hybrid is a rare breed, as few players are pulled in all three directions. So most people aren't really a Timmy, Johnny, Spike player that really wants it all. You know, obviously, if you're typically into Johnny Spike, then you care more about the game, and you don't really care about, like, I mean, you care more about the game, so it's going to be a lot less of like you not focusing on the game, because obviously the Timmy player just wants the big cool stuff without actually focusing on like the actual effects and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to find someone that like wants to like not really care about the things, but also want to be innovative with like a character, but also really want to win. That's a really weird combination that typically don't pull in all directions, like they said, like that. But for the most part, most people may fall into one of these hybrid categories, because we all got, you know, complex feelings when it comes to characters, especially with games when we're playing these type of games that have things where we have to build characters around it, right? When you make a group inside of Genshin Impact, you have to build a team around the characters that you want to play, around your DPS and stuff like that, the supports around them. So you're probably going to be more of one of these combinations, because it's not just going to be just for one thing. You kind of got to have some leeway room, and that's why you may fall in these combinations. So like I said, I just wanted to bring up this article because it was a pretty interesting article when I read it a while back, and I think it could be something that basically helps you think about what type of player you are for Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact. So just let me know down in the comments below what type of player you think you are. Me personally, I think I may be a Spike Timmy. I think that may be me. I want to have fun with the stuff, and yeah, well, no, actually, I think I'm more of a Johnny Spike, actually. Johnny Spike, depending on the games. For gacha games, I'm more of a Timmy Spike. For when I play fighting games, I'm more of a Johnny Spike, I would say, is what more of I am. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what type of player you think you are, and I definitely just want to see. But anyway, if you got anything I have to say, drop me a like, I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.